Okay, so I've been getting a lot of requests from people on Discord and some people contacting my YouTube about it. A lot of people have problems with specifically Master and Student this mission for the Saxony campaign. First things first, I like to keep this as brief as possible, but there is a bug where you complete missions and like I can't play this mission or that mission without completing this mission, but I completed this mission and moved on and it says that I still haven't completed it for that one. This has happened in every campaign where a couple missions, usually the missions that are the most irritating to finish, to be honest, usually are the ones that say it's not finished. Overall, I really like the game, but I'll try to keep this as concise as possible. Right now we're talking about the Master and Student. Mission challenges, I don't give a fuck about the mission challenges at all. Deal the final blow with, to the Prince with Gunter is the one that I actually did fulfill. I played it on medium difficulty because I don't know. I was thought about turning it down from medium to easy for that mission specifically because it just seemed like the entire mission wasn't designed correctly. But specifically, yeah, right here. Now, the save, like Mass and Mass Wotan, are both the same. Just they're the exact same save, and I don't know how to really delete saves unless you want to go into the files. I could go into the files and delete a save. It's always an option. By the way, Gunter's ability to send his wolves out for scouting just seems ridiculously broken. Like I haven't faced it in multiplayer. I haven't even done multiplayer yet, but I just think that's ridiculously overpowered because the ghosts don't seem to die that the wolves don't seem to die that fast, and the penalty for them dying is simply getting the cooldown back as quick as you would get the cooldown back for if they had returned from their trip.
Imperial HQ is under attack.
Now you hear that. Imperial HQ is under attack, right? Look, my HQ is under attack. That's terrible, right? Oh shit. That's really bad. Isn't that bad? Look, artillery. I hit it a couple times with their saber in the rear damage. I mean, in the rear for more damage. But then I realized, it's targeting my HQ. So then what I did is, I resecured all these points. Because you can usually keep this one secured and this one secured, and usually this one secured. These two will get capped occasionally with each wave. Really don't worry about it. But in the meantime, I sat here and built up a shit ton of resources and got my full squad cap from building another workshop and an advanced barracks and an advanced workshop. And yeah, I built 5 of the Erlkönig artillery, and I keep them right here, usually. So what you want to do is when you start a wave, you face this way. Like you sit here and you face towards the north, like this. You want to be about right here. And you want to use her, Miss Olga Morozova, which you'll hear her say her name a lot, to be honest. You want to position her right about there, because that way she gets the scout on the bridge. You can put her closer, about there, and she'll get the full scout on the bridge. You don't really need to worry about her unstealthing if you put her on the edge, because the artillery will cover most of the spot. And then the Wotans, you put 1, 2, 3. And then on this ridge, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then over here, you put 1, 2, 3. And first you position them here, finish off most of this wave, and then you move them over to this location. That's why they're over in this location. And finish off most of the southern wave. Well, actually, you usually want to finish off the entire southern wave because it's mostly mechs. And it's mostly Wotans and whatever the hell the unit that's after the Wotan. Not the one that fires the explosive wheel bike things. You want to kill the ones that are the big 4-legged walkers that for the Saxony, that is just a stronger, less mobile Wotan.
Imperial HQ is under attack.
Actually, I think they're more mobile than the Wotan. And they have heavy armor. Does it have heavy armor? Yeah, it's the same thing, heavy armor to heavy armor, but these fire rockets for their veterancy thing. Meanwhile, the other Wotan, I mean the unit that I'm talking that you get in like the next level or the level after it, is so much better it's ridiculous. But you see, you can just repair this as much as you want. If you watch, it's gonna say, oh man, my engineers got hurt. Oh, there you go. And you get to repair them for free. As long as you don't lose a model on the squad, you never have to pay for healing them. It's a really abusable thing with heroes. I recommend using Gunter as the front line here, because he will take all the damage, and he usually won't need to be pulled back until the end of the wave. But once he gets like half health or a quarter of his HP, just retreat him and then heal him up and you'll be fine. And then you can send him right back, and he's got some... This is great for scouting, of course, but you can literally abuse the fuck out of it. And you can just send a ghost way the fuck up here, and it will come back every time, or it will die, and it won't matter because you'll have vision for your artillery that you normally wouldn't have. Also, this right here, this is proof that the AI is cheating, by the way. Because the AI is firing on his headquarters, but has no vision. Nothing is providing it vision into your base, so that means that the AI is cheating and can actually see your base the entire time. Moving on. Mass Wotan Battle 2. Is this before or after? I think this is after the second wave. But I want to demonstrate. I want to go to not the first wave, but the second wave. Most of the second wave, you just can battle with the units that you have. You really don't use Brunhilde at all. Brunhilde kind of sucks at the game. Like, everything about Brunhilde doesn't work the way it's intended. But yeah, this is the positioning that I was talking about. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got in the same position again in the second wave, and I use this to build up resources. 1, 2, 3. Normally you want them like this. I'm right-clicking and dragging in the direction that I want them to stay, but I'm doing it right on top of them so they don't move. Occasionally, this specifically, you will find that you'll stand a unit about here, and they will fire... Well, let's not do that. Okay, yeah, so about here. You want them all about the same range. They'll fire, but they'll focus this one usually. And you'll simply do that, pull it back, repair with your engineer. And then you can even... The enemy will refocus on these, and you can actually... If the enemy's still focusing that one, keep pulling it back and repairing it. If you pull it back and the enemy doesn't focus it and switch to a new target, you can actually bring that one slightly back in and still use it for DPS. I recommend you making use of the rocket launchers as much as you can when you get them. Once again, they can't kill this, and it's hilarious. For some reason, they always leave an artillery that just focuses. But yeah, Brunhilde is largely useless in this mission. She's great for scouting. This guy's great for scouting, plus his grenade launcher does about 196 damage to 160. His Iron Fist ability is pretty useful, and his melee overall does 100 damage to mechs overall. But yeah, I have my hotkeys, 1, 2, 3, which is all the Wotans, which you really shouldn't use this hotkey. I just used it to have all the Wotans in it. You want to be not moving these from their positions. You shouldn't have to, except for what I was talking about, where you pull this one back. But, you know, pull back at your discretion. Try not to be too much of a coward.
We are always ready.
But overall, that's the positioning. Now I'm going to load the other save that is before this wave and show you a bit of a live demonstration of how to deal with it. The last battle, I found the final wave, I found the easiest because the prince shows up trying to kick your ass and he gets instantly obliterated. The main thing is you have to kill him. If he shows up and you don't kill him, if he shows up and you don't kill him, it's a bit of a problem. But yeah, in the first wave, I had Brunhilde get wiped out almost immediately because I left her there to see if that was like the... I've had her sit here, I've had her sit here, I've had her sit here, I've had her sit there. She's just useless on this mission. I mean, I don't think she's ever useful. Only when you have to use this mech. Like, when you have to use this mech, it's fucking awful. And using it in general is fucking awful. Like, anytime you have to use it is the worst day of your life.
We are here to
It's just really stupid. Be very careful. You want them to generally have a tight spacing.
Multiple enemies identified. I have the enemy firing configuration.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I sent one wolf one way and one wolf the other.
Unit has gained a rank.
I have only seen one unit.
Never use your base to repair mechs. I found costs way too many damn resources. It'll drain like 2,000 steel
Unit has become better.
and like half of my current gas, so like 800 or so.
Our veteran units is
So you see, it's getting bombarded with artillery. You only slightly have to micro occasionally with like artillery. Like these exosuits have artillery. As you can see, these mechs are gonna go up and around. They do not focus this area.
Only seen one unit.
See, for the most part, they don't even have a chance because all of this is a very narrow corridor, and these all do AoE and good damage versus all.
we lost control of a pump.
Don't worry about that, and don't worry about it. This one loses either. It's all good. You do want to recapture those pumps every wave.
This here.
The enemy is capturing our mine. Enemy unit identified.
Okay, here we go. That's most of that wave dealt with. Gonna reposition because they're rounding the corner. Once again, see, it's all good, doesn't matter. Occasionally send a wolf
Multiple enemies
just to keep vision on the area.
Enemy unit identified.
Oh, I forgot to put Gunter at the start, so like literally they take no damage. You put them at the front like here. Oh, by the way, be aware, these can block the ability to move certain units. So if I had a mech get positioned right here, and it was a mech wreck, and it blocked my wolves from taking this easy path.
Enemy unit
This is the main thing I'm concerned about, or at least that kept screwing me. It's just this, them having, because at one point they deployed like 6 Wotons, and you can only have, you can't have as many as they do, which is the problem.
unit identified.
we fixed worse.
At least within the time frame that they give you. I tried it like 7 times, maybe you can do it, but I found this is the only way I could complete the mission. So you see, easy artillery. And when the artillery bombards from here, you can just move up your Wotons as soon as you're done with this crap.
Units is now elite.
You want to mainly focus this. This needs to die almost immediately, and will come the closest to wiping out your units.
Kansas finest.
Oh,
Standing by for
so
orders.
walk these over to the barracks. They're in range. Heal up. Pull it back forward. Little risky. A little risky because it was just low HP. Focus the Wotan. Rockets if you can. Believe me, just use the rockets whenever you can. Or preferably use them against the bigger mechs. The big four-legged ones.
Heading to new coordinates. Another we fixed worse.
Remember, you can shift Q. Occasionally he'll get a shot off on these ones coming from the west. It doesn't matter. Like, feel free, like, when enemies are coming from here, face them forward. Always, you don't want to be getting hit in this game. Artillery mech.
You intel?
As I said, he basically stays alive the entire time.
The enemy is capturing our mine.
But yeah, feel free to keep certain mechs alive if they're not attacking something useful. Like if they're attacking something like your headquarters, you can always repair that. And it doesn't.
We will
It attacking your mechs is a bit of an issue, and you might without like the massive relaxation period. Facing the right way.
Kansas finest.
Be mindful of your artillery and their health as well. Most of this game is just keeping your mechs repaired. At least in my style of how I played through the campaign, most of this game is just keeping your mechs repaired and never letting them die. Because high rank mechs are really useful and
Quick as my legs will carry me.
it helps.
Heading there now. Well, it's open for
Damn.
trouble.
Spamming stop did not stop him from firing that.
Resting a moment. Lucky find.
Try not to break it this time.
And that's going to block the walkway, which can cause the AI to behave weirdly because they won't see this as a valid path, which it isn't, because they literally are blocking the path. And you don't want the AI to act strangely. You want the AI to act predictably. Now at this point, we are done with the assault, and I'm going to go ahead and deploy Miss Morozova to deploy to different locations and secure the steel. At this point, like once you're at this point of you have all the Wotans and all the artillery, you don't need her. I mean, well, you don't need her. I mean, you don't need to secure. You shouldn't be worried about resources. But you know, it's always good to be efficient.
We are always ready.
Has become veteran.
Underway.
Now's a good time to check that vibration.
See, and now they have this artillery mech, and I'm not really worried about it. I will, however, position this forward, position this forward, position this forward.
Mind me. I'm ready.
And you just have these moments of just chill. After you get past the first wave, which you can largely use the forces you have on hand to salvage that wave, just don't kill the last artillery mech and let it bombard your base and you'll be fine.
I can only see one unit. Over there? Moving.
So like right now it's particularly useful.
Certainly.
Oh, it needs to go across
there?
here.
Certainly.
It gets so easily distracted.
Nothing to see here. Zaprasta.
Try not to break it this time.
Standing by for orders.
If you're gonna have your units repair something, try not to have them repairing it when it's being attacked because it'll throw off the engine. So through it also might hurt them depending on what they're firing at on that mech. Oh, we're being fired at by artillery.
Sounds like a plan.
See, now that makes sense because I can see the oil pump.
Incoming! On my way. For the homeland.
Damn, still not. I think it still did damage too. It's reduced. Whatever, well, yeah, that's how you do it. I actually, like, past this point when I had all these mechs, I never lost a unit.
Certainly. Looks like this target's low. Feel my steel! Should
And Prince whatever the hell is kind of a bitch. But yeah, you could literally sit there forever and just go have resources. It is a very nice moment.
mistake!
This has survived the final wave of Prince Wilhelm's attacks,
Kaiser's
which we've got to teach bitch boy where his place is, essentially.
Alkerd is waiting for orders.
Standing by for orders. We
The
will
goddamn psychopath Prince. Which, spoilers, sorry, he's kind of a fucking psychopath. If you are watching this video
fix worse.
and haven't played through the campaign, even to this level, to this mission, I have to say, what are you doing? Oh, this is also another bug. If you send out the wolves, and then you save the game and load the save, the game for some reason counts those as, like, now, like, pets, like, like Anna's bear. So the way you fix that bug, because it won't give you back your charges of your scouting route, the way you fix that bug is putting him in a vehicle and taking him out. See, now he's got his scout charges again.
Eyes open for
Multiple enemies.
Yeah, just, don't use her at all. It's fucking useless.
Relax will carry me.
Frida here.
There are multiple
Out
targets.
with it.
I hate Frida, so it's perfectly fitting for me. But anyways, yeah, you can see the AI is acting weird
Enemy movement. Lots
because see how it's going like around instead of through here? We don't want that.
several enemies here.
See, they're going around. They're all gonna go to basically what I would call point C. You want them all. This is A, B, C. At least how I narrowed it down. You want them coming across this area. So clear up that area so they can actually get across.
Enemy unit identified. Enemy unit identified.
See, and these mechs should naturally not come this way. The only reason why they did come this way this time was Gunter. Gunter was there and aggroed them. And as you can see, Gunter is really good at aggroing. Like, he's good at aggroing and taking the punches. Especially because he's a unit that you can heal for free. All heroes you can heal for free, except for mechs. Mech heroes you can't. Oh man, where is she? What's happened with you? Stay. See, that's why I position her a little bit back.
Stalking the shadows.
Blocking the shadows.
Certainly.
Multiple enemies identified.
Gunter's a tough one, I swear. Okay, so we've weathered everything over here, right? And we've got mechs coming this way. So what we're gonna do is take this and we're gonna position. I should have done it a little bit earlier
Switch to firing configuration.
because there's a lot of mechs coming right now. Yeah, see the Wotons are lagging behind, so I'm gonna get some reprieve, but I personally would have pulled them back a little sooner. See, and we're risking losing this one. Back. Yep, he's being a fucking psychopath.
We made it. They're retreating.
See, and the prince got killed.
Be furious.
He comes from point A.
Ruthless to his enemies.
He comes to point A and he gets shot by the Wotons and dies.
At least he'll go after Fenris too.
An insane dictator in the heart of Europe is not better.
See? And that's how you do it. I hope this has been an accurate explanation, and this game I believe is a good game. It's a new RTS, and happy to have one of those. Don't produce any mechs. Go fuck yourself, game. Not happening. Mechs are like my go-to in this game. Maybe in multiplayer, like infantry are useful, but problem is just when you can gather a bunch of resources, get the highest tier mech you can, or the tankiest mech you can, and then just push forward with engineers and mechs and about 4,000 in each resource, there's not much to produce infantry. Maybe if you're playing as the Polanians and you've got those mechs that make infantry useful in the sense that you can put them in the mechs and protect them from being one-shot by mech. Like I do have quite a bit of micro, but damn, are really easy to kill. Lose them in an instant. Anyways, I've been Reaper 36, providing this comprehensive guide on this mission, in depth even. You guys take care, and hopefully you'll be able to beat the Polanian, the Saxonian campaign. Rusk Fiat forever. Take care.